In an interview with Empire, reported by Variety, we learned that Ryan Reynolds said that he first pitched Deadpool 3 as a Rashomon-type story about Deadpool and Wolverine told through 3 completely different perspectives, a way to make a large-scale movie in a very small way. But then, apparently Kevin Feige rejected this pitch, and Ryan Reynolds came back with 18 different treatments, some almost like a Sundance film with a budget of under $10 million, using the IP in a way that they previously haven't, and Kevin Feige pitched a bigger movie, and then they kind of settled on something in between. So that is why I think we are seeing quite a few other trailer shots of Deadpool and Wolverine on a kind of road trip in this. What a lot of people are talking about is the name of this restaurant, Joe's. You may remember in Spider-Man 2 in 2004, Peter Parker worked as a pizza delivery guy for another place called Joe's Pizza, known for its 29-minute delivery guarantee. But let's never forget that Mr. Aziz made Peter go 42 blocks in 7.5 minutes to deliver 8 extra large deep dish pizzas, he said, which is clearly a plot by Mr. Aziz to finally have an excuse to fire Peter, not only because that distance would be impossible, even for Spider-Man, but because those pizzas are clearly New York style and not deep dish. Deadpool makes a pretty solid joke about Paul Rudd's agelessness, and I've been watching Welcome to Wrexham recently, and this big moment from April 2023, where Ryan Reynolds and co-owner of Wrexham AMC, Rob McElhenney, hug after a huge Wrexham win, and it was filmed by Paul Rudd. So April 2023, that was around the time Deadpool and Wolverine was in early production in the UK. Paul Rudd was hanging out with Ryan Reynolds at that time. I mean, I just point this out because after Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman and Sean Levy randomly showed up with Taylor Swift at a Chiefs-Jets game last season, I now have to keep track of all these things. Now, we also got a semi-official description of this movie's plot in the form of a Zazzle store page that actually matched the description that we got at CinemaCon, so we think it is legit, and it included this interesting description. Quote, "And not only will they be working to defeat a range of villains plaguing the Marvel Universe, bub, but they'll also be gate-crashing the MCU franchise too, and putting their own R-rated 20th Century Fox-style twist on some of our favorite moments from phases 1 through 4. So it's not just cameos we can expect in this movie. The theory that I pitched that Deadpool and Wolverine will appear at the Battle of Earth in Avengers Endgame, and for Deadpool to recreate Tony Stark's famous "I am Iron Man" line, but replace it with "I am Deadpool," that might be accurate, folks. And if Paul Rudd cameos in Deadpool and Wolverine, they could use him to restage part of the Endgame final battle to set this up. Like, maybe we'll get a little explanation for that weird plot hole where Scott Lang was with Hope Van Dyne inside the Ant-Man, and at that same time we saw a separate version of Giant Man in the background of that battle. There were 2 Ant-Mans during that battle. Could that Giant Man be this Giant Man in Deadpool and Wolverine? I kind of want Paul Rudd just to show up in this movie just so Ryan Reynolds can get in a few digs at Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.